Well, hello, gentlemen, and that's probably a word I'm not supposed to use. If I said welcome to all the genders that are supposed to be out there, this video would be an hour long just introducing or saying hello. So that's why you know something is very, very wrong in the world, isn't there? But kinda in a perfect storm, if you know what I mean. There's one thing that wokeness always does. It makes things weak, and it makes people weak. We have Trudeau of Canada, who is woke. No, I'm sorry, he's a self-professed feminist. But woke and feminism is exactly the same thing, really. Then we have the President of the United States at the moment. Well, is he? Being controlled by woke masters. Most of them femons, of course. At least that's where most of the noise is coming from. New Zealand, once again, a femon at the helm. Sweden was down the tubes, but it may get a slight reprieve. But not much. The EU is run by femons now mostly, and it's gone woke as well. And as a result, it's lost its power and respect. It's failing. And other countries that aren't woke see the countries that have gone woke and are so weak and in chaos, which is what wokeness does, it destroys from within. I mean, if you picture this, you got 4 guys doing a job, doing something, working as a team, producing something. Then introduce a modern femon. Just one. Very shortly, she will turn those 4 men and the production into chaos and drama and draw all the attention to her, which will stop any real work going on. This is what's really happening in a lot of the situations in the world today. Because the femons not interested in what's going on, they want to make it all about them. And because they crave attention all the time, like small children, they will destroy anything and everything just to get the attention they desire. Because even the weaker men nowadays must see the femons are very self-centered and selfish, and always have been. And lies and deceit are their stock in trade, really. Mostly all of them do that. Just in different degrees, that's all. But there's one thing that us sane people can see, and have seen time and time again. Wokeness doesn't work in the reality world. It fails every time. The woke and the kind of feminist agenda is to change everything to suit them. That's why they're turning all the characters in the films and even cartoons, which aren't even real, into gay or lesbian. Because masculinity is a threat to them. They want chaos and drama and a complete mess. And masculinity is the clarity and the common sense and the reality that femons run away from all the time. And mostly all femons and feminists are virtual signalers. But just saying something doesn't make it so, does it? It used to be you used to be able to vote these people out that were no good. But now you can't even be sure of the results of that to be true. A lot of the world now is run by the internet, really. The internet holds the information, and the person that holds the information has the power. And certain information can be stopped, and other information can be changed. And of course the thing is to get them while they're young, isn't it? And the educational system has been woke for years now, teaching wokeness, because there's a way greater percentage of femons in the educational system. And being trans is being pushed too. Forget the amount of lives they destroyed because of that. But you see, it removes the threat to them. It's not that femons dislike masculinity, they're scared of it. There is a reason why they made man masculine and femons feminine. It's all down to balance and checks. And for those countries that have different kind of rules for femons, must be taking a look at the world and thinking, this is what will happen to us if we give more power to the femons, more privilege. It will create a monster that will devour that country too. And still there is young males out there who think the modern femons have changed greatly and have become toxic. But the reality is, femon nature hasn't changed for thousands of years. Society wouldn't have tolerated it long ago. Their nature was the same, it was just more controlled. For me, femon nature hasn't changed at all from when I was a young man, when I was one of the lucky ones that saw it. It wasn't really out in the open then, it was more subtle, but it was the same. It's a shame that femons are acting so disgusting in society nowadays. I mean, there's a big difference between being free and being disgusting. Of course, I'm old school, so that's why I think that way, and probably don't belong in the new world, because I still have values, and I believe in the quality of life. And yes, I believe in equality, but that isn't what we have today, is it? It's all about the femons in today's world, and unfortunately that's why it's in such a mess. Femons aren't the victims in today's world, they're the oppressors. It's everybody else that's the victims. And now I'm going to take my dog for a walk, which is strange in itself, because I don't have a dog.